Hey guys and gals, Richard with the Hunter-Gatherer Society, back out with my faithful companion Dozer. We are back out in the woods. It's about 76 degrees. It's been raining now yesterday and today. We got a little bit of a break in the rain, so I'm taking a chance. I'm going to see if the rains will hold off, and hopefully we can find some new mushrooms. If nothing else, with the temperatures down, if the rains hold, we'll get a great walk. So I'm going to head in here and see if we can't find some mushrooms. What'd you find, bud? Oh, those are hidden well. You guys can probably hear the rain on the umbrella. My rain has ceased theory isn't panning out. So we're making our way to a little shade area, which will also give us some rain protection. I don't know if you can see that. I actually spotted that one first. You can kind of see him back in there. There, but then I notice this guy here. I'm going to check these here. That's only two I see in here. I'm going to check these. Looks pretty clean. Pretty good. All right. All right. Oh man, we are late on those. Goodness sakes. Boy, that's an old one there. That one too. Another one over there. However, that one's good. And I'll collect that and then we'll go from there. Oh man. So we got 1, 2, 3, there's 4. I also noticed these two, 5, 6. Those are a little bit older. Look around a little. Another old one. 7. Oh man, here we go, guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's go around here. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and the one I harvested makes it an even 30. in that one group. Oh man, you gotta love that. All kind of running along the edge of those trees there. Well, most of those look pretty old, you guys, so I am gonna check around a little bit more. I'm gonna harvest a couple of those younger ones under the tree. I'm just looking over here, I don't see anything here. I'm gonna harvest a couple of those and we'll get back on the road. I just had a corner of my eye caught these over here. Nothing we're looking for today, but man, there is a bunch of them. But then I saw those, and I've got to go check this out. I don't know that it's anything, but out of the corner of my eye, way back in there. Oh yeah, that's nothing we're interested in. Just a shelf mushroom. Just a wood mushroom. So we're not going to push back into there. But man, that's a, you know, that's something about out here looking for mushrooms is you know, you're not just looking for the mushrooms. You're looking for any odd colorations off on the ground that shouldn't be there, or odd shapes. You know, like back there on a stump, that white, even faded, that white stood out. And, you know, it's worth checking out for a moment. Sometimes it's nothing, but every once in a while, you find a big flush. And honestly, as silly as it sounds, even smell. You know, if it smells like mushrooms, stop a minute and check out the area. I'll tell you what, my daughter, we tease her, but that kid, I've been riding on a four-wheeler with her, and she said, hey, mushrooms. And we've looked and looked and looked and couldn't find them, and pretty soon, you know, we find them next to a stump, you know, tucked underneath it. And almost impossible to see, but somehow she knew they were there. She could smell them. So, you know, use your eyes. Look for areas that that work. Wow, there's a bright one. That's beautiful. Well, 50% sure Dozer just peed over there, so I'm not going to explore too much. Thanks, bud. But, you know, look in the areas, just take a minute to stop and check them out. If you smell something, check it out. If you see a color or a shape that's just not right, just stop and check it out. You know, honestly, one of the common mistakes people make out here is they're just going way too darn fast. And I'm guilty of it too. I've walked right by big groups of mushrooms. Sorry, I'm checking this stump out and checking out a butterfly. You know, I've walked into a trail and not found anything, then walked out of the same trail and hit the mother lode on the exact same trail that I'd went through previously and found nothing. You know, were they there? Of course they were. I just didn't see them. Walked right past them. What's that over there? It ain't very big, whatever it is. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get a little closer for you. See the red cap? Oh yeah, way up under that tree there are two more of those little red caps. Not sure what those are, but that's way back under a tree. They're pretty tiny. It's pretty wet. I'm going to get wet enough as it is today, so I'm not going to climb underneath there. If we're fishing, it'd be, yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. So for mushroom hunting, maybe it's, hey, mushy, mushy, mushy. In this rain, that's probably the case. That's one thing with those boletes. Now, out of that big group of, I ended up finding like 32 back in that group. So out of that whole big group, I harvested, you know, maybe 3 of those. The problem with that group especially is they were all older, so they were large. Now the first one I harvested was nice and small. And he was nice and firm. But the larger ones, man, they were spongy. So, you know, that's going to be challenging. We'll see how they make it back. You know, because the problem was once they get spongy, keeping them, you know, put together in any kind of a bag. The problem with paper out here is pretty obvious. The plastics are fine, but, you know, they sit on top of each other and can crush each other very easily. So, mushroom hunting in the rain can be very productive. The best way to do it, frankly, is a basket. I did not bring one today. This was kind of a sudden decision to come out here today. Got a little bit extra work done. Thought, you know what, I'm going to run out and check it out. But a basket works really well because you can set them one at a time and they're not going to be squishing each other. Oh, I see some off in the distance. What's the easiest route? Let's go this way. I don't know if you guys can see them back on the other side over there. Probably not. Let's, oh wow, here's a bunch. Perfect size too. Here we go. These are all young. Here's one. There's two. He is perfect. Two more little buttons coming up right there. Those are perfect. I love those little buttons. They are super firm, very resistant to the rain. Again, versus those large ones, they're going to get spongy and squishy. And we're going to go around here, looking as I go. You never know where there might be more. Oh, I see a little one. Oh man, having trouble maneuvering the umbrella through here. Let me extend the camera a little bit here for you guys. There it is. Okay, now there was some larger ones. Let's go check those out. Oh yeah, there they are. Actually, they're really good size. All of these in this area are super young. Sorry about that, the camera cut out there. So here's these two. Those are great size mushrooms. They're about perfect. This whole group over here is really nice size. They're none of them are real big. What is that? Well, I'll be darned. Okay, see that? All right, hold on a second here. I'm having a little bit of positioning trouble. Huh, that is a deer shed. That's an antler that a buck shed in the spring. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go over here and check out this tree over here. Hard to maneuver in here. There's another big tree over here. Check that out. Not seeing much over here. Never checked these trees out. Well, that antler shed was a pretty cool find. What's that? Oh, no, that's just part of a plant. Ooh, getting that tall grass and get a little wet. All right, we are pretty far off the trail. I'm gonna turn this off and head back, collect a couple of those, and then I'll bring you back. You ready, bud? Let's go find them ones. Nothing in here. as I expected, guys. Really nice. Nice and firm. No bugs in these. A little dirty, but no bugs. Just wash right off and home. So that's what we're looking for. These are getting a little wet though. I will tell you that. Hey, bud? Let's pull out a separate bag for these younger ones. Hey, buddy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what we're after. See them deer again, Doze? Got a deer. Oh, those are both deer. Look, I got heads. There we go. I saw the little head sticking up and I thought, God, it looks like sticks, but doesn't look quite right. So that's a young buck. Actually, that's a young buck. And that one's a young doe. How romantical. Let me see if I can zoom this back a little bit, guys. Sorry, the camera's getting a little less responsive due to the rain here. Don't stay. Stay. We will check him out. He won't bother. Right? Come here. Let's go back. Come on. Back to the trail. Beautiful. Beautiful to see. Don't get me wrong, I'm a deer hunter my whole life. For a little short period of time during the year, I would love to fill the freezer with deer. But I'll tell you, they are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. That's something, you know, for hunters. I think there's a idea that hunters don't respect the wildlife, and it's so untrue. You know, truthfully, they do. I mean, obviously there are some that don't, but in general, hunters have a great admiration for the wildlife, and many of them, you know, great desire to preserve the wildlife. So I think they're amazing. In Alaska, we had the baby moose come right up in our yard, and I tell you what, there's not much cooler than that. All right, guys. That rain has not backed off, as you can tell by the video. There was a nice opening, and I thought for sure it was going to lighten up and clear up, and off we'd go. But it has not done that, which is fine. We've had a great forage, a lot of mushrooms. So that's all you can ask for. But we are going to take the shorter trail out of here, and we're going to keep going here a little ways, but when we get the opportunity, we'll take the shorter trail back and call it a successful forage. Right, bud? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll probably spot a couple more, I would think, before we get out of here. One would hope, anyway. Well, our mushroom finds have definitely settled down. We are out of the hardwoods, though, and that definitely is where, you know, where we find those boletes. They like those hardwoods. Haven't seen any more of our friends. Sure, they're hunkered down a little deeper into the woods. Boy, healthy looking deer too. Really good colors on them. That one looked like he still had fuzz on his antlers. I wonder if maybe he left me. Oh, watch out for little stumps. Maybe he left me that shed. Very possible. That's the first shed I found here in Florida. That's pretty cool. Them birds, they're just always singing, even in the rain. Well guys, as you can see, I'm a little bit wet, but not too terrible. So that was just a quick walk. It never did quit raining, so never did get out of it. But by my count, we found in just a short walk, we found over 40 edible boletes. We also found some other interesting species along the way. And again, that was a very short walk. That was probably only a couple miles. So we're gonna go ahead and head out of the woods, and I've got enough for probably a breakfast and lunch tomorrow, and some to put on the dehydrator. So I call that a success. We're gonna get out of the rain, dry up a little bit, and head home. Thanks for coming along, and next time Dozer and I see you, we'll be out doing something wild.